with all the bread, and we used to deliver it all in the Bronx.
Oh, to stores or to private houses?
Yeah. I used to go up to the floor and fifth stories.
Oh, is that right?
The boss would go to the ground on the first floor. You know?
Did you collect?
No, they paid by the week.
And then at the end of the week, did you collect, or they?
He did.
He collected. Oh, so you actually delivered bread to individuals? They fresh baked bread?
Summer. Yeah. Every
Whoa,
morning.
these people knew how to live. I don't have fresh baked bread delivered.
Yeah,
That's
how
morning.
we used to do
it. Took me from 5 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock at night. Get home.
Is that right? How much did you get paid?
$1 a day.
$1 a day from 5 in the morning, 5 at night.
$7 a week. Just during the summer.
You did it 7 days a week, and then you went back to school.
No, this during the summer only.
Okay, then what happened?
That was my first job. Then after I got this job in the pastry place, then I was in the 7th grade. And this Gigi got me this job.
Oh, is this where you learned how to make the soyatellas?
Yeah, you learn how to make all the Italian pastry. And I worked there after school, from 4 to 12, and I got $1 a day, $7. And I worked from 7:30 in the morning.
From 4 to 12 at night?
Yep.
While you were going to school?
Then I had to do my homework and go to sleep.
When did you do your homework?
When I come home.
You're kidding. Did you really?
Yep.
And so what time did you go to bed?
I went to bed 12:30.
What type of lighting did you have that you were able to?
Gas light.
You had gas lighting?
They had the gas manholes at that time.
They were in the walls and the ceiling?
No. They had it. You put a mantle on it to make a nice bright line.
Oh, okay.
25 cents. You had to put a quarter in the meters at them days.
In your own house, you put a quarter in a meter?
Yeah.
To light? I didn't know that.
The meter was in the apartment.
You did not get a bill then?
No, you had to put the quarter. If you didn't put the quarter in, you didn't get no gas.
So you put the quarter in and it ran how long?
Oh, I don't remember how long.
Wow.
When it ran out, you wouldn't get no gas.
Oh, so
you
then
had
you
to
went
put
to
another
bed.
quarter in.
What did you use to heat gain heat in the apartment?
Coal.
So
They had a coal stove.
And what'd you have to do? Cart that up the stairs or something?
Oh yeah. You get a ton of coals. Yeah. You got to go out and wood. My your great grandmother, Mary, used to go out for wood. I had a wagon. She used to carry it on her head.
Is that right?
And I used to help her. She put a handkerchief around her head. She kneeled down, and I take a big bundle of wood, put it on her head. Boy, she walked as straight as a whistle.
No kidding.
She was strong as an ox. And I used to carry my wood on. Then we'd go down the cellar, she'd break it on her knees, the wood. You ought to see her. She was strong.
Wow.
What a strong woman. Tall and slim, but she was strong.
And so then you brought the coal up into the apartment, and there was a stove in the kitchen?
In the kitchen.
That was used for cooking and heating?
That's one heater you had, that's all you had.
And in your bedrooms where you shared with your brothers, it was cold?
Cold.
There was no heat?
No heat.
Did you bring hot bricks in or something?
Sometimes.
But most of the time you didn't?
Sometimes.
Oh, wow.
You hit a brick. And then, from then on, I graduated, and I went to work 1921.
You know, you worked every night until 12 o'clock.
Yep.
And through how many grades? And when you graduated, how far did you go?
Until I graduated.
What year?
1921.
I'm sorry. Is that the 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade?
8B.
8B, and that was graduation?
That's graduation.
Okay.
Yep. Then I graduated and I went to work in a grocery store for a year. $15 a week, delivering orders.
Oh.
Then I asked them for a raise. They wouldn't give me a raise, so I quit. Then I went to work in the shoe factory.
Oh, is that right? The second job was a shoe factory.
Yep.
My grandfather worked in a shoe factory too. I remember him telling me that he and Uncle Tom would drive all the way to Peekskill.
He brought me there.
Oh,
Uncle Don brought me there.
Oh.
And that's where I started the shoe line.
Where was the shoe factory?
In Brooklyn, under the Brooklyn Bridge.
Is that right?
Front Street.
How did you get there?
Oh, you had to take the subway. I took the subway, well, from 106th Street down to Canal Street. Then we took they called it a jitney. They had 2 tickets for a nickel. They brought you over the Manhattan Bridge. You get off at at the end of Manhattan Bridge. And then we had to walk all the way down to the East River. And there were the factories, Hannon and Son.
Oh, that was the name. I remember it now.
Hannon and Son, the big factory.
And so you started working there, and you continued to work, and then they moved here to Port Jervis, right?
Well, yeah, I worked there. Then I worked at 9 Miller. I worked a few places, 3 or 4 places.
How'd you meet Aunt Kate?
Well,
was that arranged?
Uncle Charlie, says he had a niece.
Uh-huh.
In 1927, we had a candy store, and he used to come in and play cards. He told Pop, he says, I got a niece in Frostburg. So we took a ride on Frostburg.
Did you really? Oh, my God. What'd you do, take time off from work?
No, in 1931, Memorial Day we went.
That was a 3-day weekend?
Yeah, we went there, we took a ride. I had a 1929 station wagon, and we took a ride to Frostburg. That's how I met Katie.
Oh, no kidding. That must have been a sort of an exciting trip.
Yeah, I remember the damn wall in Frostburg. I used to play on there when I was a kid. And when they were building the post office on top of the hill,
yeah,
they were building that when I was a kid. And when we were riding, we get up to the top of the hill, I said, wait a while, we're going out of Frostburg. So we had to turn back down the hill.
Oh, because you saw the post office.
And that's the first movie I seen was in Frostburg, Charlie Chaplin, in the silent.
Now, I'll get home only a half an hour past my bedtime.
Oh dear, and then he
Hold
can't.
on. Thinking when you were driving out to meet Aunt Kate, were you concerned?
This thing.
No, not
Did you
so
ask
much.
Uncle Charlie to describe her for you?
No.
No.
As a matter of fact, I didn't have no intention to get married in the first place.
Oh, you were just going out to have a good time.
It just happened.
That's how it usually happens.
So how many times did you go back out to Frostburg then?
Oh, then a few times. I took one trip and with a friend of mine, we had Chesterfield coats and a derby, and I had a mustache. And we got to Cumberland Station. I got off, and this cop was watching us like a hawk. They thought we were 2 gangsters.
Oh no.
So I asked the cabbie to take us up to Frostburg, and he wanted $24
Oh wow.
to ride us up to Frostburg. I says, I'll give you $12. Just put it in your pocket. He wouldn't do it. So I says, the hell with it, I'll wait for a cab, for the bus.
For the bus.
So I says to this guy Jojo was with me. I said, let's go and get something to eat. So we went to the restaurant, and this here cop was following us, and I thought he was a sergeant. Finally, we went into the restaurant. We sat down. Then all of a sudden, this policeman sat about four tables away from us and watched us like a hawk. So I got up. I says, "Hey, Sarge," I said, "I thought he was a sergeant. What time's that bus leave for Frostburg?" So finally, I called him off. He thought I was a gangster. So that settled that. And we
So you went back and forth about 4 or 5 times?
more than that.
Is that right?
Well,
More than that? How many
31,
times?
no, we married, about 4 or 5 times. Well, they had the excursions from New York to Pittsburgh for $6
Is that right? And that was on the train?
on the train in Baltimore, Ohio.
And then you, and so on the way you just stopped and got off in Maryland?
Yeah, and you sold a ticket for somebody to come back.
Ah.
Somebody want to go to New York the next day? You couldn't go the same day, you know.
Uh-huh.
You had to wait the next day to come back on the train. It's a round trip ticket. But you go there one day and come back the next day.
That was called an excursion.
Yeah.
Like going out on a weekend or something like that. So in order to promote business, they were selling those excursions
Then
for
they got
$6.
smart, and the guys wanted to go, so you stay in the station. Hey, you're going back? He says, no, well, give me the ticket for $3. You make, otherwise it costs you $14, $15.
Oh, I see. So you went out back and forth, and you.
Every time there was an excursion, I'd go back.
Oh, okay. Then you proposed to her, huh?
And then in '32 we got married.
Oh, 1932.
A year later.
Oh wow! Right at the Depression was still very significant.
Oh yeah. Don't tell me.
What'd you sort of do during the Depression?
Well, I was in high grade shoes, made good money, then I went to pot.